makes me
gosh.
think, like we are like talking about how these stories are so much fun. Like, these books are amazing, these movies, there's like, but there
Yeah.
are real people, there are real
Yes.
consequences to these people, apart from the entertainment and a good
Yes.
story, these people are being affected. So, what do you think about that aspect of it when engaging in watching a story about a serial killer? Or a con artist, or
Very
because we
interesting.
also in these stories we're rooting for, they make it in such a way, whether it's a
Yeah.
book or movie, that we're rooting for them.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's a very, very interesting point. And in fact, that human element is why
Yeah.
actually, as I said, I watch it. Of course, you watch it for other things like how are they using their intellect, because they're very smart people, all of that. But to talk about this human element, Tara, I'm thinking about how problematic these stories are, right?
Yeah.
Because of course, there are good aspects. You get to hear, you become aware. I think the viewer or the listener becomes quite aware of what might happen to them. You might become more vigilant after that, right? But apart from this awareness that they provide, I do think it's a little problematic, right? Especially when it comes to mental health, right? Because, and like you said, this human aspect. So Tara, they do cover things about their life, but that human element is missing because it's always a sob story. It's always a typical journey where you have a bad childhood, and that's how they become they are, like the Joker, right?
But then I feel like, again, like, that is fine. Like, I think the problem, because people do have bad childhood, so like portraying something that is a bad childhood is fine. I think the way that it is problematic
do it,
is
yeah.
because the fact is that these stories are then used to garner sympathy for somebody who is doing something outside society's realms, right? We all have backstories, we all have sob stories, and they should be looked at and they should be sort of spoken about. But to use it to then say that, okay, what you are doing, which is like killing people or conning people, makes it okay or justifies it, that to me is problematic. Like if somebody has a genuine mental issue,
That's
going and
interesting.
exploring that mental issue and then saying that how do we address that issue is different than
Yeah,
using a
yeah.
sob story to then
Exactly.
like garner
Yeah.
sympathy.
So actually, this talk about what's problematic in these stories, Sarah, really made me think about how disability has been shown through these stories, right? Like you said earlier, it's always this person with a facial disfigurement, right? They become antisocial and then they kill, right? So I would really love to see stories where they are normalized, right? Where a person has different features who might look different from you, but then they are normal people.